Alright, hello everyone and welcome to episode 24 of Zero to Hero as we get closer and closer to the end of the J1 League season. A minute into our first home game, great determination from myself. I kept on running, made sure I picked that loose ball up, and it was worth it in the end. Onaga, he's not scored much this season as opposed to last season, but, hats off to him. This was one heck of a volley, lovely strike past the opposition goalkeeper. And in case you haven't already noticed, we are up against the Yokohama Marinos at home, which means we need to keep an eye out for Edinson Jr., or whatever he calls himself. But it looked like I was the more clinical one down the other side of the pitch. 14 minutes in, an easy goal really for me. Top finish, cool, calm and collected, and obviously it was great to score, but in a way it's not goals that we need, it's assists. Now obviously I'm happy to get goals and do whatever it takes to help the team, but I do have it in the back of my head that coming into this season I said I wanted to finish top of the assist chart in the league, and I'm currently second, so I need to start finding assists from somewhere. That was an attempted assist, but Marilla couldn't get on the end of it. A decent attempt there from the free kick from us, and the majority of the game in this first half was us, believe it or not. 30 minutes in, I spot the opening between the two centre backs and pretty much score an almost identical goal in terms of the style of finish, and I treated it with an identical celebration as well. So it's still 30 minutes in and I'm still trying to sniff out a third goal to try and get a hat-trick, and 2 minutes later I came very, very close if it weren't for that defender who was very, very well placed to get in the way of blocking the shot. But anyways, we did concede. Otsu scored. It's nice that it was someone other than obviously Edgar Jr. for once, and that left the score at 3-1. And we've been in these situations before. We have a good comfortable 2 or 3 goal lead and then we start to let it slip, because 3-2 really would be catastrophic for us. And because it would be catastrophic for us, that's obviously of course what happened next. We conceded to Edgar Jr., who's a striker who always scores against us, and to rub salt in the wounds has the number 1 as a striker. I mean, what are you doing, son? Anyways, all the hard work that we did earlier on in the first half was basically being undone by the fact that suddenly it was squeaky bum time. There's only a goal between both teams, and the manner in which we conceded that second goal was really frustrating as well, because it was just a massive punt forwards, and of course in true V-Varen Nagasaki fashion, it's almost over guys, don't worry. We then conceded the third, so similar to what happened to us at this time of the season, actually, last season against Shonan Bellmare in that 6-point relegation battle. It's happened to us again, a 3-0 lead, or I think that was a 4-0 lead last season that we've ended up throwing away. Good interception for me there, and I end up hoofing the ball forwards, and the Yokohama Marinos had just pushed so many men forwards that it meant that there was room behind their back four. So what was an innocent clearance from me actually ended up being a really good semi-assist. I didn't purposely, I just held down square to just hoof the ball away, or maybe it was circle, I can't remember. But I wasn't purposely trying to pass the ball to that player. So credit where it's due for him, just, for being in that position in the first place. And I guess we get 3 points in the end. So an 8.5 rating for me. And going into this game against FC Tokyo, who are second from bottom, basically we're almost safe this season, and we'd be 100% safe if we could get all 3 points against them this match. And straight from kickoff, believe it or not, we scored. And it was kind of one of those scenarios where when that happens, the away fans start singing, "That's why you're going down, that's why you're going down." And I was looking at the J1 league table in real life, and I saw that FC Tokyo are actually top of that league table. So it's nice to see that PES is being as accurate as always. Anyhow, 29 minutes in, it looked like I'd won a penalty, but the referee seemed to come to the conclusion that it was more of a free kick on the edge of the box. I think that's a tough one, really. It looked to me like the challenge was in the box, even though I'd fell outside the box, but what do I know? 49th minute, pick the ball up on the edge of the box and whip it into the top corner. So real good form from me in these past 2 games. Give the away fans a salute for travelling this far. In fact, I've got no idea whether Tokyo is that far from Nagasaki. I really, like, my geography is terrible. Growing up, I was always more of a history person than a geography person in terms of humanities. So I'm not that good when it comes to Japanese geography, shall we say. 78th minute, I find a little bit of room and try and jiggle my way out of a mess and somehow still find the back of the net. Like, I don't really know how to explain how I tripped up one of those defenders and then they both tripped up over each other, which left me with a clear shot on goal. Like, look at this. He tackles me and then that other defender trips over the guy that tackled me. And then I just get up and say thank you very much and just basically score. So 3-0. We were obviously quite happy. It's important for us not to get complacent, but we did. Good ball over the top. Into the path of, I think it was Suzuki, should really score from there. Oliveira played in practically almost the last kick of the game. They're hugging each other when really they should be picking the ball up and taking it back to the centre circle. And, you know, it's kind of this kind of situation that makes you think, oh God, not again, here we go again. But fortunately, there just wasn't enough time for us to continue being dreadful. And those 3 points, we got man of the match as well, yay! Those 3 points basically guaranteed us safety in the league this season. So, happy days. Our goal as a team was achieved in terms of the season. But anyhow, next game up, away against Kawasaki Frontale. We were very fortunate in that 4th minute opportunity there with the cross coming in not to concede. And really it was one of those games where both teams are defending poorly throughout. Both teams were getting a lot of chances, but neither of the two teams were really clinical enough in the final third to create any clear-cut opportunities that are really worth highlighting, which is why we skipped the majority of the first half. Good save from our goalkeeper there, for once. The 61st minute, Marilla is played through, and given the fact that he's competing for the Golden Boot at point-blank range, you'd expect him to get the ball in the back of the onion bag there, but it just didn't quite fall right for him, and it was just the same old what I said earlier on, where, you know, both teams were defending poorly, both teams were getting chances, but it was just a genuine lack of quality. I clear the ball here. Goes to show how far, you know, back I was defending. Anyways, here we pick the ball up. I spot room down the right wing to run into, and to be fair to me, it was a really well-weighted pass towards Marilla in the middle. I think he probably just about had enough time to maybe try and, you know, take a burst of pace past the defender and get a better contact on that, but yeah, it wasn't meant to be. And the game after that offside finished 0-0. A 6.5 rating for us. It leaves us 13th in the table on 41 points. 9 points off the relegation spots, which makes us safe. And on top of all that, I also finished in the team of the month. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.